Hello, everybody, and welcome to your Thursday morning live. My name is Isabel Tierney, and I am the founder of the Feel Good Life methodology. And I recently decided, I think a few weeks ago, to create and show up for these Thursday morning lives at 9 a.m. Mountain so that I could continue. I love it. I'm sorry. I'm going to restart because I need to say hi to Mary because, as always, Mary is the first one showing up. I love you, Mary. Good morning, Esmeralda. Good morning, Alex. You guys noticed today I purposely put the Christmas tree as my background because we're going to focus on the holidays. Angela, good morning. Joy, good morning. You know what I realized, some of this content Raya then clips and reuses for other reasons. So the thing about it is when I do lives, I'm so engaged with you guys. It's actually hard for her to cut out places where I'm like, yeah, Joy, yeah, Angela. But what I love most of all is about being with you guys. Samantha Tierney, guys, my daughter is in the house. This is her first live. Welcome, Sammy, guys. She is my daughter, and it's really cool because Sammy, I'm like this, Sammy, how long has it been? It's been like a few weeks, right? That you're starting to be in the group and start to share in the group. Sammy did a beautiful share the other day about struggling with anxiety and depression and how she took care of herself. She's like, of course, she's my kid, but she is just the coolest, most amazing, highly sensitive, loving, kind, thoughtful woman, young woman. And I'm just, it's like I'm glad each and every one of you is here and honored. And there's something, it's like it's not an obvious thing that one of my kids is choosing to be on. It's like, wow, one of my kids is choosing to be on. Like, they see me all the time. They talk to me every day. And yet somehow she's choosing that. So good morning, Sarah Arden. So good to see you. And Sammy says, I feel comfortable sharing with this group. You're the coolest, most amazing mom. Okay. Thank you, honey. But it is, right? This group allows us to share. Good morning, Inga. Good morning. Good morning. So happy to see you. Esmeralda. I know. No. It's not like her mama. Like, I'm not going to downplay myself, but frick. I like literally, when I'm with Sammy, I can't stop staring at her because she's so exquisite. She's just so exquisite. Good morning, Carrie and Joanne. It's so good to see you all. I love seeing you, Carrie. Every time that I see you on Facebook makes me happy. You guys are so kind. Sammy, look at the way they're all welcoming you. And it's really cool. So as some people still come into the room, I am still going to get started on today's teaching because what I noticed in myself and many others, and please, of course, share if you are resonant with this, is that the holiday season is a time of a lot of stress and busyness for a lot of people. So can you raise your hand, do yes, me too, if you are finding that generally the holiday season hold on, I need to fix my bangs, is a stressful season for you guys. And so I really want to explore that. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and we realized that the way our society has cultivated the Christmas season is really the opposite of what I think, right? And you guys can disagree. If everything that I speak about is always just my opinion, culled from my own experiences, and also because I'm really a pretty selfish human being, and what I want most of all is to feel good, right? That's what this whole work is about, is how do we sustainably feel good, and not the false good habit of like eating too much ice cream or drinking too much wine and you temporarily feel good and then you feel like crap. I'm talking sustainably experiencing higher vibes, if we'd want to say that. Good morning, Raven. And so when I started looking and meditating on the Christmas season this morning, what I realized is that the Christmas season has been set up in our society really as a red zone experience. By that, I mean it is a stressful, frustrating, rushed experience, and everything really supports that, right? Like how fast we have to get presents because they run out, the errands we need to do that are filled with traffic, and what starts showing up, right, during the Christmas season are red zone feelings like I am not enough, right? Like the not enough, right? Let's put it as an umbrella, the not enough umbrella. I am not enough. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough friends. Like what else? What are your not enoughs that drive then this anxiety, this depression, this like overwhelm, this need to keep doing and doing and doing and getting one more present and trying to go to Christmas parties even when you don't want to, even when you really want is quiet. Who can resonate with that? And some of you who've been doing this work for a while, what you might tell me is like, yeah, I used to be like that, and I'm not so much anymore. And let me get one thing clear, right? It is red zone for some of us and not for others, meaning the exact same thing, the rushing, the moving through traffic, the buying all the presents, like being busy all the time. For some of you, you might love it. That might be something you were raised with and that is not stressful to you at all, and like a perfect kind of embodiment of what Christmas is. So this part of this conversation is not for you. I am talking about those of us who are actually, it feels red zone, it feels depleting, it feels overwhelming. We feel like we should, right? We're shoulding ourselves. I should be happy. I should feel gratitude. I should want to go to this party. I should want to spend money on all these presents. But that's not what we're feeling. We're feeling resentment and exhaustion and depletion. And then the worst part is we feel shame and judgment against ourselves, because we should be feeling peace, love, joy, because it's the Christmas season. We should want to spend money on gifts, all the things. Let me see what you guys are saying. Hi, Stacy. Hi, Maureen. Yeah, so a bunch of you said, me too. I can't meet the demands of all the family members, says Stacy, and it feels like I'm disappointing them, right? Either we disappoint ourselves or we disappoint others. And for many of us, we are more willing to disappoint ourselves, right, than to disappoint others. Is that true for you? I'm not creating fun enough traditions with my daughter, right? We've got to have all the traditions, like the Advent calendar and the Advent candle and the, what else? Like the cookie Christmas party and the present, like all the things, so many things we need to do to make Christmas be this perfect, blissful, joyous, peaceful thing. What is wrong with that? What do you guys know better? I'm going to leave you with this question. What do you know better? Why doesn't it work to use external events, external doing, external striving to get peace, love, and joy? Why do you think it's not working sustainably? Might work in the short term, I'm going to leave you with a question. I want you to answer, and I'm going to keep looking through the threads. Sammy, I'm anxious about my social events and sad not to be with my family this year, right? So, right, we can't always be with the people we want to be with, right? So there's some grief that can come up about that. And then maybe we feel guilty that we're not happy being with the people that we are with because we're missing the people that we're not with, right? But now we feel guilty about that. I should be grateful. Raven, yes, the end of the year saddens me because of what I lack or didn't accomplish. Oh, so you're even looking at the whole year, right? And the occasional seasonal depression, right? And let's not count the fact that for many of us, it's pretty freaking dark and cold right now, which again makes it hard. Christmas in the red zone way wants us to be externally oriented. Lots of movement, lots of noise, lots of singing, lots of happiness. Like it's all very enthusiastic. And so to try to get that going in your system, if that's not how you feel, you then have to put a mask on. And that mask, I'm good, come on, let's go, can be so painful because it's not congruent with what we're feeling. Who resonates with that? Like that's a big source of the anxiety and the depression and the overwhelm and this sense of like grief, this sense of something's wrong, this sense of something's missing, but that we now feel guilty about feeling. Holidays, traditions become what you're supposed to do, right, Stacy? We're only gifting the kids this year, which feels so much better. Yeah, right? So we'll talk about that. What are ways to make Christmas a green zone experience? I'll shift to that in a minute. We should on ourselves, elf on the shelf. My God, the freaking elf on the shelf. I haven't even put my tree up, right? We're supposed to do things by a certain time. Carrie, I've gotten better about asking for help. I cannot carve out time to make cookies this year. One of my friends offered to make more of one she's making and says, get good, right? Asking for help. So start tracking. What are some of your family members, these community members, what do they do to make their lives easier? Because the untenability of doing Christmas the red zone way, there's a certain point at which we say no more. And I think this is partly why I'm here this morning sharing with you. I want to help you find your no more, because what I'm going to talk about next is what's a different way to do Christmas? What's a green zone way? So much extended family stress. Yes. Good morning, Andrea. Commercialism. Yeah. I love the activity and energy part. If I can just choose which parts I want to participate in. Yeah, exactly. Avoidance, right? Choosing not to do decorations, Mary Pat says. So I asked you a question a few minutes ago and I said, why do you think it doesn't work to get our peace, love, and joy from an external event, i.e. Christmas? Like, do you guys have that for your birthday? I know Sammy and I and my family, we talk about this all the time. When it's your birthday, right? Or if it's like a big occasion, there's so much pressure I know I can put on myself that this is the day I'm going to feel loved and I'm going to be happy and I'm going to be celebrated. And I'm finally going to feel like I matter, and it's like Valentine's, these days where what is it that we're doing, guys? We are waiting for some external event to make us feel something that can only be gotten deep inside. Let me say that again. Events like holidays or birthdays or other celebrations where we're supposed to be happy, where we're supposed to feel gratitude and love, they put a lot of pressure on us because they make us think that we have to feel these feelings, or that these events are supposed to make us feel these feelings that actually can only really be gotten from the inside. Peace, love, and joy live inside. They can be triggered. They can be triggered by the outside, This is not a black and white experience. But if you're only waiting for the outside to manufacture that peace, love, and joy, and you're not connected to it deep down inside because you're too busy shitting yourself, rushing, thinking you have to feel a certain way, pushing yourself to feel a certain way, putting on a mask of happiness, all those things prevent you, right? They prevent you. They are an obstacle. They are the antithesis of finding the most effective ways to connect to the peace, love, and joy that always lives inside of you. Does that fit for you? Does that resonate with you? So then what? What's the teaching then? What do we do? Well, we have to know that, first of all, I can't ever sustainably feel peace, love, joy from some external thing, whether it's the holidays, whether it's my birthday, whether it's when I fall in love with this person and I think that for the rest of my life, you complete me, you make me happy. And then when they stop completing you and making you happy, you're like pissed off, but you were supposed to. That's what all the love stories say. But thank freaking God, literally, that nothing internal can sustainably make us peace, love, and joy, because that is the only way. That dissatisfaction is the only thing that takes us on our path to our internal world. If we were fed just enough, right, by external events, by people, by holidays, we would never have to go deep inside, right? We would never have to do this awakening journey. But the constant dissatisfaction, right? Like, I almost feel good. I felt good for a moment. I felt love for a moment. And then it goes away and it's like, that's so painful. That is the call to the deeper self. So, if you knew, which many of you know, that the only sustainable way to feel peace, love, and joy was available when you connected to yourself, what would you do differently in this holiday season? I want you to start thinking about that and writing it on the thread. If you knew the highest, most sustainable peace, love, and joy could only truly be accessed from the inside out, not the outside in, what would you do differently this holiday season? What would you add? What would you delete? What I have committed to, and I want to hear your thoughts and your ideas, and ideas that might become commitments that you will commit to for the next however many days we have until Christmas. My intention for this Christmas season, it's why I feel so passionate about this. My intention is to connect more deeply than I ever have to my heart, right? For some of us, we talk about the Christ consciousness, meaning unconditional love. That's what Christmas means for me. So I want to connect to that first. And then what I notice is when I connect to that first, to my heart, to love, to peace, to joy, the actions that come from there are loving. I think some of you saw the post that I did a few days ago where I didn't want to share my advent calendar with Brian. I was like, I don't want to share. I love my chocolate. And then I connected deep in my heart that night, a few hours later, because I realized eating that chocolate from a place of red zone, of selfishness, of not enough, did not feel good. I did not even taste that chocolate. And so when I dropped in deep into my heart, guess what happened? Not because I shoulded myself, but the desire to share my chocolate with Brian was so strong, and I was so freaking excited, and I was just giddy. And I wrote him this note so that I knew when he'd come home, he would see the note from my heart to yours with the piece of chocolate that earlier that day I had withheld because of fear of not enough, because I was not in my heart. My heart always wants to give to me, to others. It wants to do kindness. It feels gratitude just naturally. It doesn't need some external events, some external prompts from our society. Be happy today. Give today. Love today, because we are telling you it is a national holiday. Valentine's Day is a national holiday. You have to love your partner today. Oh my God. How many times have we been in fights with our partners, or we've just been dumped on Valentine's Day, and then we feel like crap because we're being told we're supposed to feel love and happy and be connected, as our marriages might be falling apart, as crisis in our home. Same thing with the holidays. So, I want to tell you that when you choose to do the holiday season or any other events like that from the green zone, from connecting to yourself first, and then allowing that to guide your actions, the whole experience becomes the richest, most amazing season, right? I am seeing this season until Christmas as a training, a deeper training into my heart. It's like I've been given permission, if I listen to the right permission, not the permission to spend money and to do, but the permission to connect to the Christ consciousness, to Christmas, to take time, to create ritual, right? We have Advent calendars. I have an Advent candles. It's like we get permission, if we choose to see it like that, to create rituals that are beautiful when done from the green zone. Like I light my Advent calendar now, the Advent candle every morning now, when I meditate instead of my usual candle. Every day, I'm getting closer to the true, deeper birth of my heart. Right? That's what I'm seeing Christmas as. That's what I'm moving towards. And so I need to find the rituals. If you want to do this, first you have to figure out, what is your intention for this Christmas season? Let's talk about that. I want you to share with me in the thread, what is your intention for this Christmas season? Like your true, deep intention. You get to pivot this morning or whenever you're going to watch this. Please hashtag if you're in the replay. What is your intention for this Christmas season? And then create the habits that will support that intention. My intention is to connect more deeply to my heart. So if I'm out rushing, doing, I will not match my intention to love unconditionally. Thank you, Alex. Who else? Come on, let's write. What is our intention this Christmas season? And then let's create the feel-good habits to support that. So what I think I'm going to do now is actually help us connect to our deeper intention by going into meditation. How does that sound? To be present. Great. To stay present. Because why? What is in presence? My intention for this holiday season is to experience love, peace, and joy. I will love my sister unconditionally. My intention is to connect to enjoy every moment with my kids and my extended family. And no shoulding, to celebrate our loved ones, feeling love as you write yours and you read others. How do you set yourself up? Not as a false good habit that only temporarily works, right? You've clicked buy on Amazon to buy the presents. Like, whew, I did one more thing on my to-do list. But you clicked buy on the Amazon Christmas list, and you're like, Oh, I'm just so grateful that I get to Oh, I'm back. I disappeared for a little bit. It was trying to reconnect. I don't know what just happened. Sammy has to go. I love you, honey. Esmeralda says, my intuition is accepting life as it is and not to force anything. Joy says, Christ consciousness, love is all there is. My true intention is to show and receive love for myself and others in a safe space as I determine that to be. Being and feeling all my emotions, and I plan to reconnect with my stepdad instead of listening to pride and my ego. Wow, Raven. Connect with myself. Beautiful. Well, let's go into meditation. Hopefully, as my eyes are closed, I won't disconnect. I might check in from time to time. So notice how your breath and your body feel right now as you drop in. You might already be feeling different than when you first began, as we moved from describing the red zone way to do holidays and celebrations into the green zone way. So it's reconnecting to the part of yourself that longs for peace, for joy, for love, not manufactured by some external circumstance that forces us to feel these feelings. But connected, manufactured by our internal soul engine. It's like a manufacturing experience because the soul is always manufacturing peace, love, and joy. That's all it knows how to manufacture. You know, we talk about Christmas and the North Pole and the elves. What if you started seeing Santa and Santina, I'm going to have her be feminine too, workshop as the manufacturing of peace, love, and joy? And you knew that deep inside your heart, always 24/7, love, peace, and joy get manufactured. And the only reason you don't feel it or connect to it is because you are too busy considering the external world that is also manufacturing all kinds of things, all kinds of seductions that feel good so fast and then stop working. So if you were to connect to this manufacturing facility of peace, love, and joy, let yourself see if you can see a vision of it. Let your consciousness show you this manufacturing facility where peace, love, and joy are constantly being created, shared, received. First, check, where is this manufacturing facility in your body? Is it in your heart? Is it in your solar plexus, your belly, somewhere else? And if you could see it And remember, you are the artist. What would it look like? Would it look like a chocolate factory? Would it be filled with angels manufacturing peace, love, and joy? Would it be filled with your loved ones? Like, what do you notice about this manufacturing facility, this magical manufacturing facility? Is it bustling? Is it quiet? Does it have music? What are the beings in this facility? What do they feel like? What do they look like? Walk around. Are you greeting people, beings? Are they greeting you? Does it feel good to be in there? This magical manufacturing facility. And the thing about this facility is that it goes on 24/7. No one ever stops manufacturing. And the desire to share peace, love, and joy around you is always arising naturally, right? Because so much love and peace and joy is manufactured inside of you. It is such an endless source that you come to learn that there's always enough for you and for others. And so the desire to love, the desire to celebrate, the desire to give, the desire to be kind is an organic, not forced experience. Because this is what lives inside of you, no matter who you are, no matter how you feel about yourself, no matter how imperfect you think you are, no matter how selfish you think you are, no matter, you have a manufacturing facility living at the very core of you, because that is who you are. And when you don't connect to it, you come to forget that. And you try to manufacture peace, love, and joy from the external world. And it doesn't work in the long run. It depletes us instead of inspire us. So I want you to really, really get a sense for your magical manufacturing facility, so that when you forget after we are done with this meditation, when you go out into your day in the next few weeks and you forget and you find yourself in the red zone or the yellow zone, stressed out, anxious, depressed, overwhelmed, you shift your attention to your manufacturing facility and you bathe into the peace and the love and the joy that is infinitely created, arising, moving, flowing from there. And when you are filled enough, you will start noticing that you start then wanting to spread that peace, love, and joy out organically. But first, you have to connect and fill yourself with it. So let's take a deep breath in and out together from our magical manufacturing facilities, exhaling all of your air, taking a deep breath in And a deep, slow breath out. Opening our eyes. I would really love to know what that was like. My experience of that was really touching. Like I have tears, like the edge of tears. I know when I have the edge of tears like that, like how deeply I got taken in. Yeah, you're welcome, Maureen. Let me know, what was your facility like? What was the experience like? I love the idea. What is the movie and the, you know, and the chocolate factory? Like that's what I had the sense, is that it was like this beautiful love, peace, joy making factory. Hi, Katie. Katie is my trainer and my friend, and somebody that I have some of the deepest conversations with, that I love. So does anybody want to share what that experience was like of the meditation? Love was a white, bright light. Peace was gold, and joy a beautiful green. Peace, music playing, angels singing, and dancing. Yeah, it feels like, oh, what is it? Almost like a combination of a snow globe music box something, right? It's like a jewel box. A freaking man. Is that like a freaking amazing? Yeah, who else would like to share? Esmeralda, incredible for me. I created a peaceful Christmas and my daughter showed up surprising us. I love that. And remember this, Esmeralda, even if she physically does not show up as a physical human being, right? You open the door to your magical manufacturing facility and she will have room to come in, even if it's not in physical form. Remember that. So deep and beautiful. Yeah, I really loved it too. Thank you, Joy. Angela, feeling peaceful and actually looking forward to the holidays now with a smile, creating magic. Yes, we are magical beings, right? We just forget that when we are living in any kind of stress response, externally oriented. We forget we are magic. And when we forget we're magic, then life loses its sense of magic. And that's why I think so many of us love having children to celebrate Christmas with, is because we get to see the magic before they start learning about how many presents they're going to get. You know, like when they're 2 or 3, like, oh, magic. That's why we love kids. They remind us of the magic that we are, but that we've disconnected from or forgotten because we are so externally oriented. Like, amen. I get that. I love it. All right, let me see what Raven says. Mine was a bakery full of white little fairies in my heart. The front and back doors of my heart were open as the treats or peace of love and joy continuously flowed out. Oh, that's so sweet. Right? I feel like it's sweet what we just did. Chris, focus on the celebration of the birth of Christ rather than the materialistic world. Right. Right. That's what it's supposed to be. And whatever the birth of Christ means for each of us, for some, it's a very specific things. For others, less specific. There's no judgment for any of it, as long, at least for me, as it inspires me to be a more unconditionally loving human being, which is what Christ taught, right? Mary, I went deep inside myself, letting all of the emotions continue to flow through me. allowing myself to receive the love from friends and family as I continue to process the loss of a brother who I haven't seen or spoken to for 3 years. My goal is to get off this roller coaster and to develop a new and peaceful relationship of forgiveness and understanding with him from the other side. Oh, Mary, your words are really potent. And I love what you say. In my world, I'm an energy healer. I was trained to see beyond. The beings from the other side are much more pure souls. They don't have all the burdens of who they were in the human realm. And so it's a new relationship we get to develop with people who've passed on. And what I love about what you're saying, Mary, is that you are open and willing to developing a new relationship, right? It is not the same relationship as when the person was alive. It's a new relationship. So we have to be unbelievably curious, unbelievably filled with faith, unbelievably trusting that how we connect to that person, how we experience them is new and is not informed by the burdens of the past. Maybe I'll do my next live on that. Would people be interested in that? Is how to connect to people who've passed on? How to develop a new relationship when people have passed on? Would that interest you? And of course, it's only my opinion. It's an opinion that's worked really well for me, but you might have a very different experience of what happens when people pass on. So it might not be a life that's interesting to you. So set yourself up for success about bringing your intention to life about what you want this holiday season to be. Take time to meditate. Take time to light a candle. Take time to pause every so often. Whatever that is for you, put music that connects you to your love factory. Do what makes you connect to your love factory, and I promise you will find all the gratitude, all the celebration, all the generosity, all the enoughness that you can't find any other way than by doing that. Okay, everybody. By the way, this is really exciting. The team and I just decided that early January, I'm going to do a 3-hour immersion on looking at our 22 year, right? And seeing how we fared in our relationships to health, to others, to finances, to spirituality, like how we fared using the Feel Good scale, and then coming up with a vision and intention for 2023. So I'm going to do that early January, a 3-hour immersion, and you're going to walk away from that with actually a really clear manifesting vision and practices to take you into 2023, be in the highest green zone way in all areas of your life. So if you are interested in that, live or replay, say I'm in, and we will make sure to put you on the wait list for that. It'll be probably the first week in January because then I have to travel. Raven, this meditation reminds you of what you've said, and I have a choice in how much the world impacts my state of being. Exactly. I have a choice about how much the world, I can allow it all the way to impact, little bit, resist it. There's all the different ways. All right, everybody, let me know if the masterclass immersion, I think is what I'm going to call it, because we're really going to immerse ourselves into looking at the past and creating a new future. So I'm really excited about it. Oh, thank you, Maureen. All right, everybody. See you next Thursday. Oh, I love all the ins. I know, I'm really, really excited about it. I was telling Philip and Raya, my team, for those of you who don't know, that I can already feel the energetic container of this immersion. Like we are together. The more of us come together, the more potency we have, right? Not just to create the life that we want, but also to create an energy frequency for the planet, right? That the more of us come together, more impact we have beyond ourselves. So good morning, Trent. It's good to see you. I'm literally finishing up, but I'm really, I hope you get to watch the replay and have a deep holiday season filled with the peace, love, and joy that lives deep inside of you by making sure you find time to connect to that place before you do any externally oriented endeavors. Sound good? Goodbye, everybody. Have a green zone day.